Alright, quick little video of this 539C that is for sale on eBay. I had trouble with this machine last week when I opened up the listing. The needle, all it would do was peg out all the way, and I couldn't figure that out. I cracked the machine open, I didn't see anything amiss. But today when I plugged it in, I happened to push this P4, just let it bounce back up. Just like that, and you can see it kind of makes that needle jump. But when I did that one time, that needle dropped back down where it was supposed to be. So it's most likely got some grime or something to do with this switch. Well, anyway, the needle dropped down. As long as I had this machine, when I first turned it on, the needle always pegged out to the full right, and then after about 5 seconds it would drop down, and I would go and use the machine and never had any trouble with it. But I let this machine set up for about a year, and then it was kind of stuck. But whatever, pushing the P4 button, it unlocked it. So I'm not going to sell the machine as parts. I'm going to redo the listing, and I'm going to show you how this machine is testing this tube. I got this line test here set to the red line where it goes. I got the bias volts, so you can see where it says it wants those bias volts 1.3, and I have that bias set to 1.3. The first thing we do is we do a lamp test. Here's the lamp we watch for this, and as we go through there, if there was a short in this tube, that lamp would burn or give you something more than a blip. But it's doing right. Now this on here is working on this meter here, so I'm going to put the camera over there as I run through these settings, and you'll see that needle will have the tiniest bit of movement. I say if it goes over 2 microns, it would indicate that there's a slight short, probably through gas or something like that. And I just now tested all of them, and there's no movement in that, so that means it's okay to test. And when we test, we can push this lock button or the hold down button. These are both the same button. And when I push it, you see the needle, it goes up to around 1,000. And this particular tube test out is okay for 875. And when you let that go, it goes down as it should. Now, with this unlocked, we can move these controls here. I said we're setting the one that's 21. We're going to the next, test the next triode, and for the 12AX7, and that's going to be EV7608. EV7608, and we put this on 8, and that stays on O, I believe. Yeah, and the bias stays the same. The shunt is on 0. We're still on the D. And let's see, let's do the lamp test here. We're looking for this little neon bulb here, that if we had a short, it would indicate the short on that bulb, and this looks like there's no shorts. And now we're going to test the meter over here with these 5 selections. B, and there's C, and there's D, there's E. Now there's a tiny bit of movement, but if it's not over 2 of those movements, it's okay. And once we do that, we're going to hit the lock, and we'll see that needle sweeps up to around 11 or 1200, because we're on the D scale, which is 6,000. You see that D indicates 6,000, so we pay attention to this 6,000, which is this second row of numbers, and it's putting out about 11 to 1200. Release that, needle goes back. So now the machine is working as it should. All I can say is about the trouble I was having last week. This machine set up, and there could be some grime buildup in these electrical components. I did take some pictures of the inside to show that for its age, it's a fairly clean machine. So whatever it was, the problem is gone, and it had something to do with this P4 button. So with that being said, I'm going to relist this machine and sell it for a working tester. Now, when I bought this a couple of years ago, see if I can open this paper. I bought it from a guy that reworked this in New York City, and this is a list of the things. If I can get the thing open with one hand, bear with me. If I can get it open, we can see the things that he did. That was what he inspected, and he changed to put a new power cord on it, and he had a function switch was loose, and that could be what was causing the problem I had. Repair notes, and he tells you here what he was going to do. And then this is a list of all of the his values and voltages that he got, which shows that the machine was falling within the specs that the manual called for. With that being said, I hope this video helps you. And this video will be packed. This tube tester will be packed up very well. In fact, it's going to be an all-day project. I might set aside a few days after you buy this thing. I might put it where I can take a few days to pack it, because I'm going to have to build something for it to protect it and put some type of foam under the lid in case these screws would strip out if somebody was to drop this machine in a box or something, to where it can't come out and damage. So I'm going to have to figure all that out. But with that being said, good little machine, and I hope whoever buys it enjoys it. Thank you for watching the video.